everyone, I'm Lisa Humenik. I live in Madison, Wisconsin, where I am a consultant to community benefit organizations. I'm also a fellow and e-journal editor at Creating the Future. Like many of you, 3 weeks ago I was watching the Starting Good Digital Summit, and during the session about working in ways that are more transparent and human, Hildy, along with panelists Beth Cantor and Liam Barrington-Bush, we're discussing organizations that are intentionally becoming more humane and open in how they do their work. At one point in the conversation, the topic turned to the role that the structure of the organization, and in particular the leadership structure, impacts those in the organization. The conversation brought to mind principle number 6 from Hildy's book, The Pollyanna Principles, which is, people go where systems lead them. And it got me thinking about how we might modify organizational structures in order to bring out the best in our team. During the Digital Summit session, Liam tweeted that when we start to treat each other as equals, we start to recognize a different working environment. Traditional hierarchies, as we know and can feel when we're a part of them, are not generally structures that promote equality or equity because they're based on a system of order, power, and people being at different levels. In contrast to these structures, the concept of horizontalism was discussed, as was the movement toward making organizations more flat by eliminating layers of hierarchy. Such structures result in greater equity among all staff members of an organization, promote increased participation and honest collaboration, and involve a greater number of team members in decision-making. Back in the early 90s, I had read a book called The Female Advantage: Women's Ways of Leadership by Sally Helgeson. In it, I learned about the unique structure that Frances Hesselbein had put in place at Girl Scouts of the USA during her time as the organization's CEO. Frances describes it as a flat, circular management system that involved the CEO at the center, looking out and across, not down, over 3 concentric circles of team members. In such a framework, functions and people move across the circles in a very fluid manner in order to respond more effectively to changing conditions, opportunities, and collaborations. Keep in mind, they move across the organization, not up or down. Over the past few years, I've had the opportunity to work with 3 organizations that have adopted a similar circular structure. We modified it a bit in that we put the mission, vision, values, and community impact strategy at the center, rather than the CEO or executive director. Team members then orbit around the center to create cross-functional teams and collaborative groups in order to achieve the work of the organization. In each of these cases, I've seen the structural change result in higher levels of engagement of the team members, stronger relationships and levels of collective accountability in the organizations, a greater sense of equity among the team, and faster, more significant progress toward the achievement of the Community Impact Plan. So as you think about and consider ways in which you can bring out the best in people, whether it's through new workplace conditions, methods of performance evaluation, and a renewed sense of focus on your purpose, don't overlook the role that organizational structure can play in contributing to a high-impact workplace. Explore what it might make possible for you, your team, and your community if you were to adopt a new way of organizing and leading.